The boat can leave now. Tell the crew.
Now that's what I call a cold opening. It's weird, mysterious, and leaves you hungry for more. Author and horror news contributor William Burke back with another trip to the Cult Movie Museum. That was just one of a dozen memorable scenes from the film that turned Italian comedy director Lucio Fulci into the reigning Godfather of Gore. So get ready for 1979's grisly horror classic, Zombi, or Zombie 2. A journalist and a young woman travel to a remote Caribbean island in search of her father. What they discover is an island being overrun by the living dead. In 1978, director George Romero created his long-awaited sequel to Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead has ended. Dawn of the Dead is here.
The gory, satirical Dawn of the Dead was a hit with audiences and even critics.
So I'm going to combine a recommendation with a warning. The recommendation is that Dawn of the Dead is one of the best and most original horror films I've ever seen. And the warning is, this is really extreme in its violence. It goes beyond what you may have seen before. It's for adults only. Proceed with caution.
Dawn was re-edited for its Italian release by horror maestro Dario Argento. Under the title Zombie, it became a smash hit, leaving Rome's variety film distributors hungry for more. Fortunately, a homegrown zombie movie was already in production, so it was retitled Zombie 2, despite having nothing to do with Zombie, which was really Dawn of the Dead. And if you're wondering about Italian copyright laws, well, there weren't any.
I don't believe that voodoo can bring the dead back to life.
And Lucas not believe that the dead be dead.
Despite being marketed as a follow-up to Dawn, Zombie's screenplay incorporates Caribbean voodoo, making it more reminiscent of classics like White Zombie or I Walked with a Zombie. But unlike those studio-bound films, Zombie was actually shot on location. Director Lucio Fulci chose to downplay the Dominican Republic's tropical beauty, injecting the film with an overwhelming atmosphere of decay. The local village is abandoned, the hospital is in tatters, and even the harbor is full of sunken ships. He paints Matul as an island of death and despair. Director Lucio Fulci had previously made some memorable giallo thrillers, but ironically, he'd spent most of his career writing and directing comedies, including 13 films for the slapstick duo Franco and Ciccio. Zombie would change all that.
Ahoy there! This is the Harbor Patrol. Anyone on board?
Zombie's plot is really an excuse for its iconic set pieces, starting with a ghost ship entering New York Harbor. It's reminiscent of Nosferatu, immediately putting the audience on edge. From there, we're treated to a zombie fighting a shark, the rise of the dead conquistadors, and, of course, some legendary eyeball trauma. These scenes were made even more memorable by Fabio Frizzi's unforgettable electronic score and Gianetto Di Rossi's groundbreaking zombie makeup. Zombie proved to be a huge hit across the globe under an array of titles. Its success altered Lucio Fulci's career trajectory, and he quickly followed it with City of the Living Dead and my personal favorite, The Beyond.
My name is Emily. I've been looking for you.
The new wave of horror magazines lavished praise on Fulci, christening him the Godfather of Gore, even if they sometimes got his name wrong. But there's more to Lucio Fulci's films than just blood. He was a visual storyteller, injecting genuine artistry into even the most commercial projects. And that's what he should be remembered for. Whether you call it Zombie, Zombie 2, or Zombie Flesh Eaters, this is a delicious slice of 70s Italian horror. Even if you've already seen it, Zombie deserves a fresh look.
Just been informed that zombies have entered the building. They're at the door. They're coming in.
And for more horror thrills, check out my novels, Dominant Species, Primeval Waters, and Scorpius Rex, available on Amazon.